especially distributive property, is a fantastic property that makes even large number multiplications so easy. So math itself has many wonders inside it, many secrets inside it to make our life easy. Math is there to make our life easy. 3 great myths that people have about mathematical calculations. First one is to learn addition, subtraction and multiplication tables. That's it. The second thing is letting their children count on fingers and tell the entire table. That is how you're going to be excellent in mathematical calculations. The third thing is to check a calculation, you have to do the same calculation again. Hi, my name is Kala. I'm a thinking catalyst. I make my students think in mathematics so that they solve their problems on their own and become independent math learners for life. In this video, I'm going to discuss about the 3 important myths that people have about mathematical calculations, as well as give 5 important techniques or tips so that your children can be excellent in calculations even in higher grades. Okay, let's come to the content of the video. Okay, the first myth is most people think that calculation means to add and multiply or divide, right? These are the only 4 calculations possible. But if you see in higher grades, you have fractions, decimals, percentages and algebra and so many other things for which learning only about these 4 things is not sufficient. But most people join them to workshops or classes where it is focusing only on these 4 operations, right? Because of that, even after giving a good nice foundation, even in lower grades, children when they come to higher grades, they're having difficulty in dealing with calculations because they're having all these things. And the second thing is counting still on fingers. I've seen many high school students still counting on fingers when they have to add or subtract, or when they have to do a multiply or divide. They tell the table from the beginning of the table, as if you say, for example, 13 times 6, 13 ones are, 32s are, 33s are, and also thinking that mathematical calculation means you have to learn multiplication tables till 20. Not at all required. According to me, if a child knows skip count of 2, 3, 7, that's enough. Only 2, 3 and 7. Why I'm saying this? Table 5 and table 10 are naturally easy for children, and 2, 3 is the basis for many multiplications, and 7 is a little bit of prime number and we need to know. Even 9 you can learn, and 11 is easy, and 13 maximum you can learn 7 and 13. 2, 3, 7 and 13. 13 is also not required, because if you know proper calculation techniques, you can solve even 13 table calculations very easily. Okay, then the third thing is to check the calculation, do the calculation again. Does it make any sense? If you have done something wrong, you're going to do it in the same way, you're going to do the wrong thing again. So your answer will be going to be wrong, right? This reduces children's confidence that even if I try hard, I'm not going to score high in mathematics. Why? Because they're thinking that there's only one way to calculate. What if I say to calculate a certain thing, there are multiple ways? If children know multiple ways, they can do in one way and check that answer in a second way. This is the technique that I kept on using in my student life, and out of all these things, I have designed a calculation champion workshop, which is going to be conducted very soon, and details of that, if you want to join that workshop or download my calculation workbook, please click on the link given in the description. You can download the calculation workbook, and the second thing is you can also register to the calculation workshops that is happening. Okay, coming to the 5 things that I said that I'm going to share. These are the 5 important things that I'm going to share even in my calculation workshop. But I'm giving it here as a gist, even for people who don't want to attend, just want to know the idea of it. Okay, I'm giving that. So, of course, learning addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, these are the basic things that is required. But the problem is the way that is learned. All children learn addition, subtraction only the traditional way of writing it down, carrying it over, borrowing it. This is the only way they have learned it. Actually, you have to learn calculations or addition, subtraction basically using visual models, like using 10 frames, using using breaking method, chunking method. There are different halving method, doubling method. These are the different methods I talk about when you have to do learning calculations using mental models, learning addition subtraction using 10 frames, and I would say rather than learning tables, you have to learn skip counting. Skip counting of 2, 3, 7 is more than sufficient. Rest all can be calculated using the calculation techniques. Then the second thing is to learn some common numbers like the square numbers. 2 square, 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 9, 16, 25, 36. Such common numbers, and some cube numbers. 1, 8, 2 cube is 8, 3 cube is 27, like that. Some Pythagorean triplets like 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13, 4, 6, 6, 8 and 10, right? These kind of things, common numbers when you are learning, when calculation comes up, you can see the pattern. Oh, this is this, this is this, this is this. I can just solve it. So some common numbers, memorizing them. Like for example, 1/2 is nothing but 0.5. 1/2 is nothing but 50%. 1/4 is nothing but 25%. Children, while they're learning percentages, they don't know all these things. So what happens? They again have to do the exact same method that their teacher has taught, so that they take a lot of time to calculate and finish the problem. Okay, learning, memorizing some common numbers is the second thing. The third thing is children have to learn the factors and multiples. So in my workshop, I teach them how to find out the factors of a number, all the factors of a number, how to find the multiples of a number easily, and all those things, right? So when they know factors and multiples, when they see a problem, oh, this is a multiple of this, so I can divide it by this number. Oh, this is an, okay. So they need to know the factors and multiples of a number. Okay, the third thing is about, I teach about factors and multiples. Then the fourth thing is about divisibility rules. Most children learn all these things, but they think it is just one part of the lesson or one lesson that they have to complete, and they never use it in their mathematical calculations further. So you have to use divisibility rules. Like you have every even number is divisible by 2. Every if you add the digits, the sum of the digits, if it is divisible by 3, the number is divisible by 3. So what happens when they know these things? When you have to simplify a fraction, say if you have to simplify a fraction, you have a numerator and a denominator. You have to know which number can divide it. So usually what children do, they start from the 2, then 2 again, 2 again, 3 again, 4 again. What if I know divisibility rules, I can check with greater number. Say directly I can divide by 8. Because I know the divisibility rule of 8, and I just check it. Oh, this is divisible by 8. Let me do directly 8 instead of 2 and 2 and 2 again and again 2. Right? So this makes it faster for them to do the calculations. So knowing the factors and multiples is a key thing to do calculations faster, especially in fractions and decimals. Fifth thing is about properties of operations. Like many children have learned commutative property, associative property, distributive property. They struggle in that particular chapter, or they give up because it's a very small part of the mathematical chapters that they have to learn. And what happens? They don't understand that these properties are there to simplify our life in calculations. Okay, especially distributive property is a fantastic property that makes even large number multiplications so easy. So math itself has many wonders inside it, many secrets inside it to make our life easy. Math is there to make our life easy. Okay, and I discussed many different things. You can use algebraic identities to solve squares and cubes of large numbers instead of actually sitting and multiplying them. Say for example, when calculations come as 76 times 76. What do our children do? They sit and write 76 times 76 and start doing multiplication. What if I say without doing multiplication, just by doing addition, 76 times 76 can be solved, right? Using algebra. So, I am discussing all these things in the workshop. I hope you got 5 different tips at least. Let me recap. The first thing is learn addition, subtraction visually using 10 frames, and learn multiplication not as tables but as skip count. Learn only 2, 3 and 7, more than sufficient. Then the second thing is to learn some common numbers, like 1/4 means 0.5, 0.25, 25% and things like that. Square numbers, cube numbers, some common numbers you learn, memorize. Then the third thing is to give focus on learning factors, multiples. These are the things that can help you in fraction, decimals, all these things. So learning factors and multiples, how to find factors, how to find multiples. So this is the thing. Then the fourth thing is about learning divisibility rules and applying that in your calculations. And the fifth thing is to learn the properties of operations. Commutative property, associative property, distributive property, and applying it in your calculations. So math is not difficult. Math is fun. Math is creative. If you know to do multiple ways to solve a single calculation, you will be excited because there comes your creativity, your imagination comes into picture. Then you'll understand that math is not boring. Math is fun. I can come up with my own ways and own methods. I keep telling my students, make your own formulas, make your own mental models, make your own calculation techniques. So in my calculation workshop, I'm just going to teach them to discover their own potential. That's my vision of life, to make every child discover their own potential and live life to their potential, highest potential possible. If you like this video, like it, share it, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click on the notifications button, because only then you'll come to know when I am posting all these fantastic ideas about mathematics which can make life of your child very easy, and it will make you a proud parent of raising a confident child. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.